everyone, today's creativity prompt is to create something that is yellow. So I decided that I'm going to paint the sun and then add just a bunch of fun little details here and there. So I'm starting off with two different yellows. I have a golden yellow and then a pale greenish yellow. And then I'm actually going to be adding a little bit of pink and then some white as well. So to get started, I'm just going to pour out my paints. And so what I'm going to be doing is going back and forth between my different shades of yellow and just adding some color in there. And I started off with a purple background because I really like the way purple and yellow contrast each other. And so now I'm going to take a thinner brush and I'm just going to start painting some sun rays with my two different yellows. Okay, so as I work on adding my second coat of paint, I'm going to start adding in some pink as well. Now I'm going to take another brush and paint right over my rays here. I'm just taking them all the way to the end of my page here. Since it's pretty much just a sun right now, you can paint it however you want. If you want to use triangles for the sun rays, you can, or you could use squiggly lines. But right now, I'm just going to keep it simple and start adding in a little bit of pink just to warm up my sun here. So now that most of my base coat is down, I'm going back with my brush and I'm going to swirl my paints together, making them look more blotchy. I'm just going back and forth between my colors without really putting any thought or rhyme or reason into it. I just want my colors to all swirl together and be really bright. So next, I'm going to add a little bit of white just to brighten up. And now I'm just doing the same with my sun rays. I'm just blotting my paint on there, making it swirly and blotchy, and kind of having all my paints run together. So now what I've been doing is going back over my dried art piece with some markers and then of course a Sharpie paint pen here. And I'll add some more details over the top here, but really all I'm just doing is swirling my marker in here, making some fancy doodles. Well, really nothing fancy about them. I'm just sweeping my marker right over the top. And if you don't have a marker, that's totally fine. You can just keep on using paints. And now that I have that, I'm going to take my pale yellow, there it is, and use a little bit more of that. I'm going to take a small brush here and swirl right over the top of my marker. And actually, I want some white in there as well. And just by having these little doodles underneath with the marker, putting the paint right over the top is going to smooth some of the ink from the marker, but then you'll still see some of the swirly doodles underneath. And you don't have to do this. This is just another way to give our sun some more texture. Alrighty, and so that is just one way that you can create something that is yellow. You can choose literally anything you want. And really, you could paint your sun any way you want. I just wanted to make it really bright and frilly and colorful. And so we can't wait to see yours.